Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Praveen. So today we learn about versioning in ASP.NET Core Web API, like what is versioning, why it is used. So please watch video till the end. So no further ado, let's jump into it. So this will normally improve our services without breaking any functionality of existing clients. So it will allow you to do the multiple versions. So why it is required? If the client expect a different implementation from same endpoint, in that kind of situation we need a API versioning. For example, client calling us endpoint which is giving some output, they want a different output with the same endpoint. That is not possible in .NET Core. That's why the versioning will be implemented. First step is we have to install one package. So go to tools, NuGet package manager solution. Search ASP.NET Core MEC versioning. Select this. Already I created a one versioning a micro. As you know, in .NET Core it will support microservice, right? I created a one more services here called versioning. I'll install on that service. Okay, it is installed. Now you have to register your versioning in the um, .NET Core. For that, go to programs. Here, builder.services. Services.add. There is a API versioning. Okay, option. Here we declare some of the properties which are required for the versioning. So first you have to mention a default version. API version. So here we are specifying a default versions. The next step is, suppose consider that the client didn't specify any version. That time also you have to use default API version. For that you have to use assume default API version when unspecified equal to true. Then options dot, there is a report API versions equal to true. So what is this report API version is nothing but normally it is setting a determine that whatever the API response we are getting, that should include your header, that should indicate what is the version of the API that are supported. Okay, so suppose that versioning it includes like all what are the upgradation, deprecation, everything without seeing any documentation. That is very helpful for the client. For that, this report API version is important. The next one is, suppose it is a query string. So how do you identify the query string should match with your requested URL? For that, you have to use API version reader equal to new query string. There is a default property here is query string API reader of, you have to mention the name version, and this version should include in that query string URL like version equal to 1.0 2.0 like that. For that this is we are using. We'll see query string API version how we can implement. So first here control, I created one product controller. You can see the it's a product control of get version 1. This is a basic getting some product list. So first run and we'll see. So here it is. Let's, so we can see here this is the data. Okay, now let's stop this. So what you have to do is you have to add API version of, suppose it is 1.0. Okay, then run this. Here you have to add question mark version equal to 1.0. Let's run this. You can see the same result. Suppose if I pass 2, it will say that it's unsupported API versions. So whatever the here name I use, that name I used in the here. This should match. So in the requested URL in the query string, if you pass, if it is matches, then it will give the result. This is how the query string API version it will work. So now we'll see one scenario like suppose I have another API version. We'll copy paste same thing. Consider that they have one more API and here version is 2. So here implementation is same. Okay. So in this scenario, let's run this and we'll see. Here 1.0, it will call that method. If it is 1.2.0, then it will call another. This is V2. It will call another API. Now we will see URL path versioning. So normally that URL that includes version number. So let's see the example here in the same controller. So here what I'll do is I'll write like that should include that version number like v1.0. For that I'll add version 1 API version, then the products. So that URL should be API slash v1.0 slash products of any this action controller method. So let's run this and we'll see. So here this is a URL, right? If you run this, see 401, then here API I given slash v1.0. If I add this and let's see here, suppose if you want to call second action controller of version 2.0, 2.0 of, let's run this. So this is how the URL. So in the version they're passing in the URL itself, that is URL path based versioning. Now we'll see a third versioning, that is header versioning. So what is that means is whenever you get a request, right, that will version that will include in the HTTP request header. Okay, for example, if you see here header they will pass the value with a version. So if that is matches, then the respective action control should execute. So for that you go to program. So we have to add this API version header API version reader, and this is a header name that will pass, and the matching version number we will pick, and if it is matched with the action controller then it will execute. So let's see this one. So if you send this, it will work out. Then remove this one. So here in the key, let's stop and rerun. Okay, let's run this again. So here in the header they will pass API version of 1.0. Okay, if it is matches, it will matches, then it will execute version 1, 2, 2.0, then it will execute second version. This is a header version. This is a name should match with this name, like how we are using in query string, same. Fourth versioning is a media type versioning. What is that media type versioning is? We also call it as a content negotiation or accept header versioning. So in the header they have to send accept with a version number. Okay, let's see the example how it will work. So first you have to add this media type version. Let's see, new media type API version reader you have to add to support that media version. Then let's stop this, rerun again. So here we can see header, they will pass as accept. Accept you have to pass application, what is the type they want to, semicolon, then you have to pass v equal to, what is the version number, v 1.0. Let's run this. Suppose if you want to pass 2.0 to, let's in this. So this is a media type, they have to pass accept what is format they want and what is the version number. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. See you soon on the next video. Thank you.